Everybody, good afternoon. Myself E. Rajkumar, Assistant Professor of Commerce. Today, I am going to explain about the perquisites. The particular topic perquisites comes under income tax subject, and the particular perquisites are covered under income from salary. If an employee is working in any organization, that employee has a choice to get the perquisite from his employer. The perquisites are explained in Income Tax Act 1961 as per section 17 subsection 2. A perquisite is nothing but any form of non-cash remuneration made available by an employer to his employee. That's nothing but any non-cash remuneration made available by his employer to employee. In other words, also any non-cash consideration paid by employer to the employee is considered to be a perquisite. Perquisites provided by an employer to an employee are taxable under the head of income known as income from salary. As per section 17(2) Income Tax Act, the perquisite including the following facilities or following non-cash remunerations: value of rent-free or concessional rent accommodation provided by the employer, any sum paid by employer in respect of an obligation which was actually payable by the assessee, value of any benefit or amenity granted free or at concessional rate to specified employees, the value of any specified security or sweet equity shares allotted or transferred directly or indirectly by the employer or former employer free of cost or at concessional rate to the assessee, the amount of any contribution to an approved superannuation fund by the employer in respect of the assessee to the extent it exceeds 1 lakh rupees, and the value of any other fringe benefits or amenity as may be prescribed. Nothing but the perquisite is nothing but any facilities provided by the employer in non-cash benefit. The tax treatment of the perquisites is as following. Perquisites may be defined as any casual emolument or benefit attached to an office or in position in addition to the salary or wage. This is an additional benefit provided by the employer to employee in addition to salary or wage based on the working place or based on the position of an employee. It also denotes something that benefits a person by going into his own pocket. It does not, however, cover mere reimbursement of necessary disbursements. Perquisites can be divided in the following three categories. The perquisites are divided into three categories for computation purpose. The first one is perquisites taxable in all cases. That means the perquisites are taxable. Perquisites not taxable. Perquisites not taxable means the particular perquisite is exempted from the income tax. That means any perquisite is received by the employee on that particular perquisite, the employee no need to pay any income tax. That particular perquisites are notified by the income tax department. The third category is perquisites which are taxable only in the hands of specified employees. In the hands of specified employees. The first category is perquisites taxable in all cases. Perquisites taxable in all cases. The first one is value of accommodation provided to the employee. Value of accommodation provided to the employee. That's nothing but the accommodation may be provided in two ways. The first one is rent-free accommodation, and second one is the rent-free accommodation may be in the furnished house or in the unfurnished house. The rent-free accommodation is provided in furnished house or in unfurnished house. Sometimes the accommodation may be provided in own property of the employer. Sometimes the accommodation may be provided in the rental property also. We should observe how, in which area or which place the accommodation was provided to the employee. The second one is value of use of motor car provided to the employee. To some employees, the motor car facility also provided by the employer. Sometimes the employer borne the complete expenditure of that particular car along with the driver also. Sometimes some part of the expenditure was borne by the employee and some part of the expenditure borne by the employer. These are the these are the points to be covered under the motor car. And the next one is value of services of a sweeper, watchman, gardener and personal attendant. Sometimes the employer also provide personal servants also. The next one is value of supply of gas, electricity, water for employees household consumption. For household consumption. The next one is value of free or concessional educational facilities. Educational facilities provided to members of the household of the employee. Sometimes value of free or concessional educational facilities to his family members. That means family members is nothing but the employee's spouse, children and dependent persons. The next one is value of free of cost or concessional fare by an employer engaged in the business of carriage of goods or passengers provided to any member of the household of the employee. There's nothing but transport expenditure. Sometimes any concessional fare will be provided to the employee or to his family members. The next one is the value of benefit arising from the provision of interest-free or concessional loan provided to the employee or any member of the household of the employee. Sometimes interest-free loans or concessional interest loans also provided by the employer to his employee. Under situation, how much amount is provided, we have to concentrate, and at what percentage of rate of interest has been charged by the employer from his employee. The remaining amount is to be taxable. The allowable interest rate is exempted. Value of traveling, touring, accommodation and any other expenses paid for are borne or reimbursed by the employer for any holiday availed of by the employee or any member of his household. For example, any leave travel concession or leave traveling expenses borne by the employer. Sometimes the expenditure was borne by the employee. After completion of that holiday, the employer has reimbursed some expenditure to the employee. What will be the procedure? We have to see after some time. And next one is value of free food and non-alcoholic beverages provided by the employer to an employee, excluding such provision during working hours at office or business premises or through non-transferable paid vouchers usable at only eating joints. It is nothing but free food provided and non-alcoholic beverages provided to his employees in the official times. In the official times he is tax exempted. Non-official times is non-official times is taxable. Value of any gift or voucher or token in lieu of which such gift can be received by the employee or any member of his household, where such value in the aggregate exceeds rupees 5,000 during the previous year. That means any gift received by any gift is received by the employee or his family members from his employer. If the gift value is more than 5,000 is taxable. If the gift value is less than 5,000 is tax exempted. Less than 5,000 is tax exempted. The next one is amount of membership fee and annual fee incurred by the employee or any member of his household charged to a credit card, including any add-on card borne by the employer. Sometimes some employers also provide credit card facility or credit card facility to his employee or to his family members also. In that situation, any expenditure is any the card is used for official purpose is exempted from the tax, but any the card is used for personal use is to be treated as taxable amount, taxable perquisite. Next one, amount of annual or periodical fee in a club incurred by the employee or any member of his household borne by the employer. Sometimes the club membership also provided by the employer to his employee to gain some knowledge. The next one is value of usage of any movable asset of the employer used by the employee or any member of his household. Sometimes the employer also provide some movable assets to his employees to use that particular movable asset. Then value of benefit arising from the transfer of a movable asset belonging to the employer to the employee or any member of his household, any of the member of his household. Sometimes the employer also transfer movable asset to his employee or to his employee family members. Under situation, what is the procedure we have to follow should be discussed later. The next one, value of any other benefit or amenity or service or right or privilege provided by the employer. Sometimes any free facilities or free service provided by the employer also is to be treated as fringe benefit. Treated as the perquisite and taxable perquisite. The next one is the following are the benefits provided by the employer to his employees, but the particular benefits should not be treated as perquisites. They are the value of any medical treatment provided to an employee or any member of his family in any hospital maintained by the employer. For example, the employer has having own hospital. In that hospital, the employee or the employee family members has took medical checkup and took any surgical treatment. Under situation, the value of medical treatment is to be completely tax free. The next one is the sum paid by the employer in respect of any expenditure actually incurred by the employee on his medical treatment or treatment of any member of his family. The first one is in any hospital maintained by the government or any local authority or any other hospital approved by the government for the purpose of medical treatment of its employees. That means any approved institution or any approved hospital or government or non-government. Under situation, actually the expenditure borne by the employee first, then he applied for the, sorry, the complete amount paid by the employer, that is completely tax exempted. The second one is the for the prescribed diseases and ailments in any hospital approved by the principal chief commissioner of or chief commissioner in accordance with the prescribed guidelines. In such a case, the employee should attach with the return of income a certificate from the hospital specifying the disease or ailment for which medical treatment was required and the receipt for the amount paid to the hospital. This nothing but the employee has taken treatment in recognized hospitals are approved by the chief commissioner. In that situation, the complete expenditure, how much expenditure is incurred, has to be paid by the employer, is completely tax free per visit. Then the third one is premium which was borne by an employer in relation to an employee to effect or to keep in force an insurance on the health of the employee or member of his family under any scheme approved by the central government or the insurance regulatory and development authority. That means on behalf of the employee, the employer has paid the medical insurance premium in the name of employee or in the name of his family members of the employee. That is completely tax exempted to the employee. And next one is any sum paid by the employer, any sum paid by the employer in respect of any expenditure actually incurred by the employee on his medical treatment or treatment of any member of his family not exceeding 15,000 rupees in the financial year. In the financial year. That means any sum paid by the employer in respect of any expenditure actually incurred by the employer. That nothing but reimbursement. The first, the expenditure was incurred by the employee and the same amount is to the same amount has reimbursed by the employer to his employee. In that situation, the Income Tax Act allows only 15,000 rupees is to be tax free. The remaining refundable amount is taxable per visit. But the condition here is the expenditure has been incurred by the employee in non-approved hospitals only. This rule came into existence. The next one is any expenditure incurred by the employer or paid by the employer to the employee in respect of medical treatment of the employee or any member of the family of such employee outside India. Outside India. Then travel and stay abroad of the employee or any member of the family of such employee for medical treatment. The transportation facility also tax free. And travel and stay abroad of one attendant who accompanies the patient in connection with such treatment, subject to the condition that the expenditure on medical treatment and stay abroad shall be excluded from per visit only to the extent permitted by the RBI. However, the expenditure on travel should be excluded from per visit only in the case of an employee whose gross total income does not exceed 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees. The taxable perquisites, the first one is valuation of residential accommodation provided by the employer. The valuation of residential accommodation provided by the employer is nothing but a rent-free accommodation. It is nothing but rent-free accommodation is completely taxable to the employee. The rent-free accommodation is provided by the union or state government employees. Provided by the union or state government to his employees. In that situation, the perquisite value is to be license fee determined by the government. The rent-free accommodation value is to be how much license fee is decided by the government is to be treated as perquisite value. Sometimes the rent-free accommodation also provided on concessional basis. The rent-free accommodation has provided on concessional basis. On that situation, the perquisite value is equal. The license fee was decided by the government minus how much rent was received from employee. How much rent received from the employee. When the on concessional basis the rent-free accommodation was provided. Then the second category for non-government employees. For non-government employees, the value of perquisite is decided based on the population. Based on the population. If the population of the city is having more than 25 lakhs, if the population of city having population of more than 25 lakhs, in that situation the perquisite value of rent-free accommodation is 15% of the salary. 15% of the salary. Then the population of the city is having a population of more than 10 lakhs but less than 25 lakhs. The population having the particular city having a population of more than 10 lakhs but less than 25 lakhs. In that situation, the perquisite value of rent-free accommodation is 10%. The rent-free accommodation perquisite value is 10% of the salary. Then the third one is the population is less than 10 lakhs. The population of the city is less than 10 lakhs. In that situation, the perquisite value of the rent-free accommodation is 7.5% of the salary. 7.5% of the salary. Here the perquisite value is to be determined by three ways based on the population of the city where the accommodation was provided by his employer. The first category is